Hi, Chelsea. How you doing? So I'm going to talk about this piece real quick, and then I just want to remind you that this assignment requires three pieces. See, in the prompt for milestone one, it says in module two, you will submit three logo design roughs. And I'm only seeing one here, so I'm going to talk about this real quick, and then we'll give you an opportunity to repost. I'm gonna grade this right now, but don't worry, I'll adjust the grade when as soon as you repost. So this logo, I think there's a couple of things. There's one thing, two things that I think are kind of confusing. Number one is that when we see that you've used this handwritten font, you see, and it's clearly a handwritten font, as we can see as the repetitions in the O's and the N's, and that's the first thing that an experienced designer looks at is repetitions to see whether the font has been hand rendered or whether it's just a font. So the issue with this is that you're using someone else's art to try to brand yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, this is presumably somebody's handwriting. So, and this comes up often when students use a handwritten script to try to build their brand on. And it's fine to do that, just as long as you understand that the viewer is going to know that this isn't a handwritten font. I quite often recommend or suggest to students that if you want a really unique logo and you want it to look hand rendered like you're writing, go ahead and create one with your writing. It's a really great way to go, and it takes a minute. I mean, I can give you some tutorials, some videos and stuff if you want to take a look, but that's the only thing about using a hand rendered font to give this like impression that that's your writing. Okay, and that's kind of a weird, that's I guess where the weirdness comes is that you're kind of suggesting this is your writing, but it's clearly not because we can see it's a font. And that's just kind of the weirdness that comes along with that kind of combination. Hope that makes sense. Let me know. The other thing I think is a little bit odd is Chelsea London. And it's gonna be strange because on your business card, you're gonna have Chelsea London Marketing and Design, and then you're gonna have your name, Chelsea Blair. So whoever is going to look at this, they're going to look at the logo, they're going to look at your name, they're going to look back at the logo, and they're going to go, wonder why it's called Chelsea London. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. They're going to see Chelsea London Marketing Design, look over and see Chelsea Blair, and they're going to go, Chelsea London, Chelsea Blair, is that the same? Is this the same person? Is it, what's going on? And that's going to be a problem in branding yourself. Okay, so keep that in mind. The other thing is marketing and design. Are you sure you want to dilute your graphic design? I mean, you have a degree in graphic design, right? That's what you're working for. So I would suggest that you say Chelsea London Graphic Design because this is muddying the waters. So the way I would look at it is if I was looking at a business card that said marketing and design, I would say, okay, which one is it? What's your expertise, and why should I pick you if you're not expert in one? Do you see what I'm saying? It's called Hicks. It's called Hicks law. Basically, it states that everything you add takes away from what's already there. So if you just say graphic designer, then people look at your card and they go, oh, great, graphic designer. I'm going to give this person a call. They look at your card and they say marketing and design. The immediate question is, okay, marketing and design, what does this mean? What exactly do you do? Do you do marketing, or are you a designer, and what kind of design? And these are just some of the questions that come along when people look at this kind of nondescript description, nondescript description. So I hope that makes sense too. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Just some suggestions for you moving forward. As I said, nothing wrong with this. You're perfectly fine going forward with this if you want. Just keep my suggestions in mind. And the other thing is, don't forget those other two logos. All right, thanks, Chelsea. Any questions, give me a holler.